brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and everybody knows the guy next to me, the monstrous Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight's game at AT&T Center, it's the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers with some momentum in their favor. The results have been excellent for them over the first half of the season. And it has to be said, they're not showing any signs of slowing down anytime soon. Hey, Shaq, Dirk Nowitzki has come up with this shot late in his career, this one-legged fadeaway. What do you mean?
Ernie,
the iron leg?
Ein, E-I-N, as in Einstein, but take away the Stein. Ein means one in German. Iron leg jumper, unstoppable move. He bumps you, gets you off balance, then takes a step back and shoots a fadeaway. Unprecedented move, similar to stat sheet stuff, skyhook, unstoppable.
But the skyhook revolutionized the game. You're not saying that about this Dirk Nowitzki one-legged, ein-legged jumper, whatever you call it.
I'm just saying that this shot can't be stopped. I don't know about revolutionaries and kings and all that stuff. Just couldn't be stopped.
Didn't think the conversation would go down that road, but obviously it did. Anyway.
And now your San Antonio Spurs starting lineup. The big man at 7'0".
Greetings, everyone, from San Antonio. The Spurs playing host to a Western Conference affair here at the sold-out AT&T Center. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, this is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, welcoming you to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Look at the Lakers. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
Checking out Los Angeles. With the way they started the season, they'd have you thinking they were one of the favorites coming in instead of the exact opposite.
Yeah, Clark, I mean, there were a lot of teams getting a ton of attention in the preseason. And let's just say they were not one of them.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Blair is up there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Wall. And it's George in at the three. Here's Knight. Following the basket by John Wall. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
It's happened before, and we've seen it happen again. The Spurs were the best team in the West last season and secured the top seed, not only in the West, but throughout the NBA.
Now here's Wall. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Sacramento. Cousins inside. Koufos is there. No good from Cousins.
Good percentage shot, though. That's one they'll take any day of the week.
Ginobili against George from the arc. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
You really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Outside, Wall. Cousins inside. Koufos is there. They get it again. Back to Wall. Wade outside. Wade right side. Blair a screen on Ginobili. Back to Wall. 6 on the shot clock. A three-pointer, no good.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
Here's Koufos. 9-point game his last outing. Ginobili attacking. Missed inside.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Wall passes to Cousins. Here's Wade. Shot is no good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And you look at the box score from that game, guys, and the first thing you notice is how many turnovers they forced.
Yeah, and one thing the box score doesn't show is just how many points came as a direct result of those turnovers. There were a whole bunch of them.
Now here is George. Following the shot by Caron Butler. George with the bucket.
That's just run of the mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Nowitzki with the screen on Wall. Knight dishes to Nowitzki. The kick outside to Butler. He feeds it to Knight. Ginobili outside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Once again, Manu Ginobili defied age and was forced off the bench for the Spurs. Just when you thought he was slowing down, he seemed to find new ways to score and contribute.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And Ginobili, Clark, when he's right, boy, he can do it all.
Yeah, he really can. Offensively, he can drive and shoot and create for others. He's an outstanding passer and a terrific defender.
For San Antonio, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Knight for 3. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. George against Knight. Got a piece of it and stolen by Knight. Launches it. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Blair's got his 3rd rebound tonight. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. He's guarded by Knight. The kick out to Wall. The feet to Wade. There's the pass to George. Makes it off the glass. George has got 5 points so far.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Knight with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New York.
And don't forget, guys, his playmaking was sensational. I mean, he saw the floor, making the game so easy for his teammates.
Kupis kicks to Knight. The 3, and he gets it to go.
The bounce pass was the key to the play.
The Lakers trail. Wall up top. He's guarded by Knight. And Wall kicks to Cousins. No good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. The Lakers beat them last time when these 2 teams met in Los Angeles.
Well, I thought they were going to win that game, but unfortunately they kept putting their opponents at the free throw line. And all those easy points finally did them in.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Spurs?
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
And here's George for 3.
Right from the start, they've been aggressive on the glass. Most of the rebounds seem to be going their way.
And, Steve, I think they are ready for the fight today.
Nowitzki, the pass tonight. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Brandon Knight spent 1 season in Kentucky, now in his 4th season in the NBA. Still young and a hard worker. Fearless on the court. I think a lot of upside still there for him.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Wade outside. Back to George. Looking to end the run. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
Well, you got to like the free throw shooting. This club all season long, they're shooting 81%. Those are impressive numbers.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Plumlee, he's checked in for DeJuan Blair.
Boy, that was solid. I tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
Knight dishes to Kufis. That's good. The assist that time for Knight. You talk about Brandon Knight's scrappiness. He ended up on some posters trying to make the right defensive play.
I think you and everybody else remembers that DeAndre Jordan dunk. But you got to give him credit. He was trying to make a defensive play and ended up getting posterized. But I like his effort at that end of the floor.
Here's Wade after the basket by San Antonio. Right side Wall. And he gets it to go. Here's Knight. He has 6. Passes it to Nowitzki. A fadeaway, and it's San Antonio with another.
So nice to have a guy like that who can take charge at any time.
Yeah, so many of his passes, Steve, have led directly to baskets.
Now here's Wade. 17 points for him last game against Sacramento. Cousins with a screen for Wade. And George, here we go. That's good. George has got his third basket of the night right there. Spurs leading by 4. Now Knight averaging 10 points per contest. And here is Ginobili. Back to Knight. Just 5 on the clock. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Brandon Knight primarily was effective as a spot-up three-point shooter in his first couple of seasons in the league, but he's getting better at attacking the rim and drawing fouls. He's steadily increasing his attempts at the line.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Mike Scott's checked in for Koufos. Chris Middleton comes in for Durk Nowitzki. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Manu Ginobili. Here's Lin. An 11-point game for him in the win against New York.
Did a great job picking the defense apart, too. It wasn't just his scoring. Give him credit for his passing in that game, too.
Now here's Butler. They lead by 4. Scott kicks to Butler. Outside, Lin. Back to Butler. Outside, Butler. Rebound collected by Levine. And Steve, Brandon Knight working on change of speed going into last season. That helped him get inside and draw those fouls.
And you can see he spent time in the weight room, Kevin. He has that frame to carry extra muscle. It's enabling him now to power through contact and get to the rim. He's getting a lot better.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Dishes to Scott. Fires the 3, and he gets it to go. Scott's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Bean passes to Irving. To the inside. Here's Butler, averaging 10 points per contest. Pass to Middleton. Butler kicks to Middleton. Spurs passing it around. Knight against Green. The shot. And that one hits back iron.
And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the board for them.
Yep, +5 in rebounds. That didn't take long.
The Spurs have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. And the Spurs with some changes. Marshawn Brooks comes in for Butler. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Knight.
Mike Scott, a second-round pickup for the Hawks, who's got an opportunity with their injuries. Just about doubled his minutes last season. A consistent offensive threat off the bench. And he's improved that three-point stroke as well.
Irving attacking. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game.
What a great play to sacrifice his body and take the hit.
Yeah, I thought that was excellent awareness and anticipation to beat him to the spot there.
Spurs leading by 8. Lin kicks to McCollum. Here's Middleton, covered by Barnes. Lin dishes to Scott. Inside. And Brooks gets it on the assist by Scott. Brooks has got his first basket of the night.
Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
It just seems like they've been a step slow here.
Kevin, let's take a look here to see where the Lakers rank in the NBA. Tops in scoring. First in field goal percentage. And they're also ranked #1 in taking care of the ball. Not many turnovers. They value possessions like no other.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. And this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Here's Lynn. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 1:41 left to play here in the first. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Lakers trail by 12. Here's Levine, averaging 6 points per contest. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 5. And again, no good by the Lakers. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against Sacramento.
And they drew so many fouls in that game, guys. That was one area that really stood out when you watched it.
Yeah, guys, to me, that was just a case of lack of discipline on the other side. I can't say any more than that on him. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
They set the pick. Lynn kicks to Scott. Back to Lynn. A rebound by the Lakers. Pass to Green. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Lynn the pass to Brooks. Shoots the three. A nice shot by Lynn. Lynn's got his second basket of the night.
They're setting the tone early here, Kevin.
Here's Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
What a start to this game. The offense is both dominating.
Tell you what, feels like a game on the playground. Forget about defense. Just keep firing.
Outside, Lynn. Now here's McCollum, covered by Irving. McCollum dishes to Brooks. Clock at 6. Fires from the wing. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. It's the Spurs as they wrap up the first quarter with a 13-5 run.
Tune in next Wednesday night, December 17th.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Pretty good start defensively. This club forced some mistakes and took advantage, and that's how they've built this lead.
And they've built the lead because not only have they forced turnovers, but they've taken care of the ball themselves. So that's a winning combination.
Jeremy Lin is out. John Brooks. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Nowitzki in at the center, locking down the middle. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Outside, Lynn. Now here's McCollum. He's covered by Irving. McCollum kicks to Nowitzki. Tipped away and stolen by Kyrie Irving. 4-on-3 break. No one near wall as he lets it go. No good on the three. Spurs leading by 8.
The Lakers might have sunk to the bottom of the Western Conference last season, but they still put up a pretty good fight against a lot of Western Conference teams.
Nowitzki kicks to Lynn. McCollum with the screen for Lynn. They set the pick. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And their interior defense getting exposed once again. How many open looks at the rim are they going to allow?
Kufis checked in for San Antonio. Ginobili comes in for McCollum. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
You know, one thing this Lakers group last year always played with was pride. I mean, that should be a given, but that's not always the case. Sure, it was a down year, but they weren't just going to pack it up and give up and let their bitter rivals have the best of it.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, Dirk Nowitzki has a game that certainly should age well. He said standing in the corner shooting a 3-ball will never be a problem. It's the preparation you have to do every summer. Once I get tired of that, it'll be over quick. You've got to put in a lot of work at this age to still perform at a high level. a pretty honest assessment, guys.
A great work ethic, Doris, and he holds himself to that standard all the time. Thanks.
And that was a silver lining for the Lakers. They did manage to save some face with tough performances.
Yeah, but when it comes down to it, last year was a lost cause for them. Between the injuries and everything, I mean, you can never count the Lakers down for too long in the West, and I think they'll be back. But, boy, last year was tough.
6 to shoot. Ginobili against Irving. No good from Ginobili. Lakers trail by 9. All with it, and it's Lynn picking him up. Here's Cousins, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
The Lakers had problems all over the place last season, but one reason they struggled on the road was due to the fact that they just always seemed to run out of gas during games. They had to expend so much energy that they often couldn't finish games with.
And the Spurs making a change here. Butler's checked in, and the Lakers also making a change. McLemore's checked in for Kyrie Irving. Outside, Lynn, he dishes it to Ginobili. Back to Lynn. Right side, Lynn. Ginobili outside. And it's rejected. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Well, you got to help out the team whenever you can, and this group of shooting guards have helped out on the glass for their respective teams this year. 5th, Manu Ginobili.
And these are sort of your do-it-all guys. You know, even if rebounding isn't necessarily a priority for shooting guards, it's still an important skill to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. As much as you can do to help your team, you increase your value and your importance. And the guys on this list give their team a huge boost with their ability to squeeze the arm.
As you said, the Lakers would get in trouble in a lot of road games because they would have trouble finishing teams off as the game went down.
And a wide open look for Lynn. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Lynn against Wall. Now here's McLemore outside. The shot's good on the assist by George. McLemore's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. You know, Clark, when you can't finish teams on the road, it's hard to get wins. You can never leave a home team in a game.
You know, I'm not sure what it was with the Lakers last year, but as you guys said, a lot of games were lost by them after the half on the road. And some of that, I think, is just, again, not having quite enough talent to be able to sustain good play over a long period of time, especially on the road.
Wall kicks to George. All against Lynn. And Wall. Oh, look out.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares? Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Lakers trail by 4. McLemore with the ball. It's Wall with the drive. That is good. Wall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
Lynn kicks to Ginobili. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Ginobili's got 6.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
The dish now to George. Cousins with a screen on Butler. And Costa Koufos picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Brandon Knight's checked in for Jeremy Lin. And the Lakers also making a switch. Wade's checked in. And Nowitzki with the block. Now Ginobili. He's got 6. Knight kicks to Koufos. Feeds to Ginobili.
Nowitzki sets a screen for Ginobili. Here's Knight. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Dirk Nowitzki last season back in the All-Star game is 12th in 13 seasons. He left the knee troubles of 2 seasons ago in the rearview mirror. He's in top form once again.
It's tipped, and that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
George against Butler. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Dwayne Wade.
Well, last season for Butler, he knew he was going to be in a rebuilding situation with the Bucks, but when they bought him out at the end of February, he had a chance to join a real contender.
And with Butler, as you said, a chance to join a team with title hopes. Ended up spurning the Heat, a team he came up with, and joined the Thunder instead.
Wade outside. And counts the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Green's checked in. And Butler in his 13th season, looking for a little more stability after bouncing from the Clippers to the Suns to the Milwaukee Bucks and to the Thunder last season.
Well, as long as he's hitting those threes, he's got something left to contribute. He was thrilled to get to Oklahoma City last year and make that deep playoff run.
San Antonio leading by 3. Nowitzki with the screen on Wade. The drive by Nowitzki, rejected by Cousins.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Butler. The Lakers with the rebound.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Green passes to George. Shot no good. It's the Spurs taking it the other way. Here's Knight. It's tipped from the length of the floor.
Come on, man.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Spurs making a switch here. Scott's checked in. Plumlee is checked in for the Lakers. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep into the second. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Fires the 3. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Knight's got 5 assists in the game.
You know, they've got to make him earn those 3. You play off of him, he's automatic from that distance.
Timeout called the Lakers. And during the timeout, both coaches get a chance here to review the strategy at this point of the game, along with the discussions. Also some rehydration going on with Gatorade. Everyone trying to bring their top game here tonight.
Yeah, that's why you see the trainers going around to every player, making sure they're hydrated, they're getting enough to drink during the game. So important to hydrate yourself and keep yourself strong and ready to play for these big minutes down the stretch.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. A 3-pointer off the mark. Lakers trail by 6. Green dishes to Wade. Plumlee sets the pick for Wade. Back to Green. The 3. They grab their own miss. And a missed late.
Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss.
Scott with the ball. Now guarded by Plumlee. Ginobili outside. Just 5 on the clock. And he throws it down hard with one hand. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Green kicks to Cousins. That doesn't go either for Cousins.
Well, head coach Greg Popovich, a big believer in what he calls culprit knowledge, the idea that continuity breeds success through players truly understanding the system at a deep level.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Well, guys, Coach Greg Popovich, the reigning coach of the year, a big part of his approach is empowering players. He says, quote, it's a player's game, and they've got to take charge. Rather than try to manipulate them, he said, it's a great feeling when players get together and do things as a group. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris.
You know, giving his players room to lead and allowing them to take ownership, I mean, I think that's part of the genius of Popovich.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Chris Middleton's checked in for Nowitzki. Brooks comes in for Caron Butler. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Manu Ginobili. Knight, he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam. Nice hops and determination that time, Clark, to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a pass to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense.
Kicks to McCollum. Fades away. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds in this game. A rebound by Middleton. San Antonio leading by 7. On the wing, Brooks, covered by Barnes. Plumlee with the block. Barnes against Brooks. Barnes kicks to Levine. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Levine's got his first bucket of the night. San Antonio's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. The feed now to McCollum. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Lakers. Green's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Barnes passes to Levine. He kicks it to Plumlee. 1:07 left in the second quarter. And Green gets it to go.
Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him.
San Antonio leading. And here is Knight. He's got 10. Count it from 12. Knight's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
A drive by Wade. Misses the lane.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And good on the basket. Book it.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Plumlee sets the pick for Wade. Off the screen. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Barnes against Brooks. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now it's an 8-point Spurs lead.
Well, every once in a while, they'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
And it's Wade penetrating. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. The Lakers have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. And he knocks down the first one. So both teams making some changes here. Wade drops them both. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Spurs lead by 6. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Dwayne Wade. And Dwayne, do you think the defense will be the focus for the second half?
Well, it is. You know, we've got got to get more stops, and when we get an opportunity to get on transition, we got to look up and we got to get the ball up. I think right now we're getting rebounds and we're taking a break. We got to go, man. We got a very deep team. We got to use it. So second half, we're going to look to run a little more.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And what was most impressive was that his decision-making and shot-taking was very disciplined and efficient. Really an excellent half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense has given him, and he's not trying to do too much. I love the flow and rhythm he's playing with here.
Lakers trail by 6. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Paul George, D-Wade out there with Wall. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Blair in at the power forward. Wall dishes to Wade, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. 12 points for Wade.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitation.
And Ginobili wide open. He shoots. Those 3 pointers off the mark.
Manu Ginobili has always been one of my favorite guys to watch, and an elite shooting guard on the court. I mean, the issue with him has been health. You know, last season he missed about a month with a tweaked hamstring, right as the Spurs went on their rodeo road trip.
Right against Wall. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's going to be on John Wall. And Ginobili, guys, clearly focused on trying to stay healthy. The last couple of off-seasons, Steve, he's bowed out of international play.
Well, it's smart. I mean, he's got so much mileage on his body, and it's more important for him to spend his summers just working on his body, staying healthy, those areas that he needs. It's always tricky, though, to say no to your home country when they ask you to play on the national team.
And that one falls for Knight.
Well, the Spurs clearly an influential organization in the NBA. So many individuals who've worked in San Antonio, whether it be as players, assistant coaches, or in the front office, have gone on to leadership roles on other NBA teams. I think that speaks volumes to what that group has been able to do in winning at a high level.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And you look at all the head coaches and front office executives who have come out of the Spurs organization. They are sprinkled guys throughout the NBA. And, Steve, almost half the teams in the league have some kind of fingerprint from the Spurs.
Well, it's a copycat league, and, you know, the Spurs winning culture, you know, all the cross-pollinating that goes on in the NBA and the relationships. And I think in the end, you know, the result is good for the league. You want as many well-run franchises as possible.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Nowitzki gets a wide open look. Open jump shot off the mark.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Well, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
And Blair kicks to George. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Wall passes to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To tie, and it's good on the layup. George has got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Knight dishes to Kufis, and he gets it to go. Kufis has got 8 points.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Wall, that's good.
Man, how'd he get that thing to go?
When you're hot, you're in fuego.
For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half.
Lakers last season, and this is a remarkable factoid here, folks. That was only the 6th time in franchise history, going all the way back to the 40s, that the Lakers had missed the playoffs. Obviously, the Lakers fans are not accustomed to missing the postseason.
And the first one drops. And for the Lakers last season, Steve, with the departure of Dwight Howard, you knew the team on paper had less talent, but the hope was that the chemistry would improve.
And I thought it did. The chemistry was good. Kevin, they just didn't have enough talent. And when Kobe and Nash went down, it didn't matter who was out there, who was coaching. You know, it was just going to be a situation where they were not going to be able to win enough games.
That is good. 19 points for Paul George.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. It's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He said to them, goal number 1 is to drive the lane and put pressure on them inside. That's where he wants their scoring to come from. Also, he said that he'd like them to operate quickly on offense, finding and taking shots early in the shot clock. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Let's have a look at some league leaders from the last 10 games. Here are the highest scoring point guards in the NBA during that time. Third, John Wall.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and deliver the offense in addition to running the offense. What a star-studded bunch of players.
Yeah, I agree with you. The thing that, to me, makes these guys special, Steve, is that they can do so many things to enable and help their offense. Not all point guards in the league have the unique combination of skills to produce that these guys do. And they've done it on a night-in, night-out basis. And I've marveled at their consistency as well.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Well, he had a lot of success at the free throw line in their last game.
He really did. He didn't waste any of those chances when he got them.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Knight against Wall. Ginobili gets a wide open look. They shoot again, and the rejection by Cousins. And it's Wade penetrating and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that. You can list off a lot of accolades for Dwayne Wade. One thing that might get overlooked is just how good he is at throwing the alley-oop pass.
Absolutely. It shouldn't be a surprise since he's so skilled at so many other facets of the game, but he might go down as one of the better alley-oop throwers of all time. Andre Miller's in that category,
yes,
too.
2 very, very good examples. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
With Wade, you look at a lot of the year-end highlights for any season in the past few years, and a lot of them are just him throwing down those majestic-looking alley-oops.
Butler attacking. Shot is off. Nice D from Cousins. The Lakers in the lead. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, very aggressive, too. Keeping the defense off balance with their ball movement. I like the way they look.
And one final thing about Wade's alley-oop passes. He can throw them accurately from almost anywhere. I recall one he threw from almost the foul line at the other end to LeBron James in a game against the Pacers. As soon as he gets it even near his own half-court line, he's a threat to catch somebody sleeping.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul, third team foul.
On defense, the Lakers. A 2-point game. Butler gets to Ginobili. From 11 feet away, and the shot is good. Ginobili's got 13 points. The Lakers have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. And stolen by Knight. Ginobili with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Nice shot by Ginobili.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Wade outside. To the wing on the left. Cousins against Ginobili. No good from Cousins. For San Antonio, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4-10 on their shots in the second half so far. And slam dunk by Butler. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
The drive by Cousins, swiped away. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Here's Ginobili, and it's San Antonio with another. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Spurs.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
No one near wall as he lets it go. And again, the Lakers no good. Now, here is Knight. He's got 16. Here's Nowitzki. And shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. And now an 8-point San Antonio lead. And the Lakers call time here.
You wonder when you look back at it, just how significant a win Durk had when he was able to get his championship ring.
McLemore's checked in for Los Angeles. All with it, and it's Knight picking him up. From deep, George can't get it to go. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They've held a 12-point lead early.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second.
A nice shot by Kufis.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, taking it hard to the rack with a big throwdown.
And give an unofficial assist, Clark, to his teammate for setting the screen that freed him up.
Yeah, good call, Kevin. That was really the key to the play.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in.
Spurs were able to take the top seed in the West once again and set themselves up for yet another deep playoff run.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
As you said, the Spurs were the top seed coming into the playoffs. And in the West, but they were pushed to the limit early by Dallas before cruising to the NBA Finals. And I can go back to a number of years where the #1 seed has had a tough time in its first-round matchup only to get to the NBA Finals and in some cases win it.
Blair, a screen on Butler. Out to the wing. From deep, McLemore. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. And for the Spurs in their run to yet another NBA title, it doesn't seem to have any weakness in any facet of their game.
And, you know, a little bit of that was overlooked, I thought, Kevin, heading into the final series against Miami, but certainly not afterwards. One of the things that so impressed me was the depth of play that the Spurs got from everybody that Greg Popovich called on. And that really was the difference. They had 8, 9 guys playing at a high level in Miami. They had 1 or 2 guys most of the time.
That's a great call. That free throw, no good.
Well, Paul George, PG-24, has solidified himself as a quality shooter from long range, but I love the way he looks to attack the basket. Needs to do that more often and more efficient. He uses his length and athleticism to get to the basket and to the free throw line.
Right side, George. Plumlee sets the pick for George. Here's Wall. Off target with his 3.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
And for Paul George last season, he says he's really worked on his isolation offense, attacking Steve from the elbow and the mid-post.
Yeah, I think he got a lot better there, Kevin. Just kind of that triple threat jump shot or one dribble pull-up. But that's a double-edged sword, too. There were times last year where he's a bit of a ball stopper, so he's got to find that balance between ball movement and the ability to attack in an ISO situation. Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Lakers trail by 7. Wall passes to Irving. On the wing, George. Back to Irving. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Kyrie Irving, clearly a player who's dreamed of greatness from a very young age. Going back to the 4th grade, he wrote, "I'm going to the NBA," and he wrote it across the back wall of his closet. And while it was hidden behind his clothes, it certainly wasn't far from his head or his heart.
Green, he's checked in for Paul George.
And Irving still wanted to write down goals. He used to write them in a notebook. He still keeps. Now, and dreaming big.
Into Green. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Now we get a chance to check out Jeremy Lin. His last 10 games, he's averaging 10 points per game, 5 assists and 2 rebounds. And you always want that leader in the second unit. He's their guy to play that role.
Steve, he comes on and runs the show for him when the reserves log minutes, and that's a job well done by him.
Marshawn Brooks is checked in for San Antonio. And for Irving, just like those words in the back of his closet stayed hidden, his great talent stayed hidden for a long time as well.
Yeah, it didn't really dominate until his senior year of high school, Kevin. Only 11 games he played at Duke. It might seem he was an overnight sensation in the NBA, but in truth, he spent a lifetime laying the foundation for his game.
Barnes kicks to Green. And a miss there on the triple. San Antonio leading by 5. The drive by Brooks. Can't get it to go.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
Wall, that's good.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And the pass to Middleton. He feeds it to Brooks. And that one's good. Brooks has got 6. Lakers trail by 5. Irving attacking. Passes it to Wall. Right side, Irving. Shoots from the block. And there's another one for the Lakers. And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter. Lin against Wall. Middleton can't get it to go.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Lin against Wall. Outside Irving. In the corner, it's Plumlee. Outside Green. Shot clock at 6. Plumlee sets the pick for Irving. Rebound San Antonio.
Smoked that.
They've held a 12-point lead early. Here's Middleton. Yes! And a nice assist from Lin. Lin's got 3 assists in the game. Lakers trail by 5. It's Wall with the drive. Misses off the right iron. San Antonio's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. McCollum dishes to Lin. Pass to Middleton. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Well, you know, Chris Middleton, an isolation scorer back at Texas A&M during his college days, now is becoming more of an off-the-ball scorer. Got a solid mid-range game and getting it done inside and out.
Kufis checked in for Brooks. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from John Wall.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside. Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. Nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes. They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half has been nothing but success for them there.
And their confidence has to just continue to go up the longer the perfection continues.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Lakers. Lynn against Irving. Outside, Lynn. From deep. McCollum, no good. Got a piece of it. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
Tune in Wednesday, December 17th.
Spurs leading by 7. Caron Butler is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Kufis. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And it's Knight in at the 1 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Down low. It's tipped. Here is Lin. It's Kufis atop the key. Butler on the way. Rocket 6. Takes a shot at the elbow. That's good. Butler's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Spurs.
He's been a different guy in the second half, guys. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Wade passes to Cousins. Dwayne Wade on the wing. He's guarded by Knight. Knight against Wade. Rebounded by the Spurs. Knight's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
D-Wade playing well. He's got 16 points. He's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
It shows you what an intelligent defender he can be on the ball. He really understands the game.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Ginobili in for Jeremy Lin. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
That's his 3rd personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Knight. Nowitzki sets a screen for Knight. Ginobili kicks to Nowitzki. Shoots a fader. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Wade against Knight. And on the way from Irving for 3. Kufis grabs the miss. Kufis has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Butler with the ball. George picks him up. Nowitzki dishes to Knight. Spurs working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. Kufis kicks to Ginobili. Blair with it. Outside Irving. And it's George finishing it off.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
And it's Wade with the jam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yes, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Irving passes to Wade. Back to Irving. Knight against Wade. And George, here we go. And he gets it to go. George has got 14 points here in the second half.
Got a lot of momentum going with his own game. He's been great today, just as hot as he was last time out.
Knight kicks to Ginobili. Nowitzki a screen. Ginobili against Irving. Ginobili against the bucket. Ginobili's got 19 points.
He's got such good hands around the basket. He rarely allows those opportunities to slip away.
Wade dishes to George. Cousins with a screen on Butler. And George kicks to Irving. Misses the three. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. A lot of strange things happened last season, but one of them was having a playoff bracket with no Laker presence.
Well, don't expect that to happen very, very often. I mean, it's rare when that is the case. It's been a while since they were completely left out of the playoff picture. That's not going to be the norm going forward.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Thanks a lot, Doris. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their lead. I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that. For the Lakers, it was the first time since the 04-05 season that they didn't play postseason basketball.
Outside Irving. Back to Wade. There's the triple. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 23 points for Wade.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass it. Well, the Lakers are a franchise that not only expects to play in the postseason, but they anticipate and expect making deep runs into the playoffs and ultimately winning championships. They have the means, the resources to get back from that position in a hurry. So I'll tell you what, I wouldn't feel too bad about their postseason streak getting broken.
And the Lakers making a change here. Ball's checked in. Here's Nowitzki, and that one's good. Nowitzki's got 7 points for the quarter.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. And he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Outside, Wall. Dishes it to George. Blair, a screen on Butler. Here's George, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Wall against Knight. Nowitzki outside. Pass to Koufos. Soft touch off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 9.
What an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender giving up so much size. There's no way he's going to get a hand on it.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his 5th foul.
Well, it seems like he's gotten a little loose with it since halftime. His fingers may be a little slick or slippery. He went from no turnovers in the first half to quite a few here in the second.
All night. Nowitzki outside. Unloads. Another one falls for San Antonio.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
It's George on the wing, defended by Butler. Wade drives in. Wall wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, because you know if you continue to give up open looks like that, you're in big trouble.
Wade outside from downtown. Koufos grabs the miss.
Hey, he had all the time in the world to get that shot.
Ginobili kicks to Butler. It's rebounded by Blair. Blair's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Didn't think that was going to go in. 32 points for Paul George.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Ginobili the pass to Butler. This one for 3. That falls. Nice lead that time for Manu Ginobili. Ginobili's got 3 assists in the game. Lakers trail by 11. And here's Wall. He dishes it to Cousins. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. Here's Butler. Cannot hit. And the Lakers take it the other way.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
George with the ball. Caron Butler covering. Shot's good.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Knight against Wall. They set the pick. Knight dishes to Ginobili. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Well, eventually he'll start knocking those down again. He did make 2 in the first half.
Soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
You know, I got to say, Clark, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going to go.
We saw it ended up right where it was supposed to, in the basket.
It sure did.
I don't think anybody knew where it was going to go.
Cousins inside. He's guarded by Knight. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
The offense just getting right to the rim. At least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
And Cousins drops them both. Spurs leading by 4. Now, here is Knight. Inside. To the inside. Rufus. No good. Unable to end this run. LA's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. And George kicks to Wall. Knocked loose. Butler against George. Now the dish to Blair. 6 on the shot clock. Looking for Wade. He gets it there. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. San Antonio calls timeout.
Well, he's got to be disappointed with his team's play over the course of this run. And, thus the timeout. You got to talk things over, try to get back into the game.
Something has to change for them as they haven't looked good at all during this run. So a timeout is appropriate here.
The kick outside to Butler. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And the Spurs lead by 4. Without question, Manu Ginobili displaying his skills today.
We need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
Here's Wall. Cousins with a screen for Wall. Blair in the corner. He's all alone. Pushing it up. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Wade. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
This is where their depth becomes such an asset, Kevin. He's gone for the remainder of the game, but fortunately, they're able to field a very capable replacement.
Lakers trail by 5. Outside Irving. Takes it from 10. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. One on Ginobili.
Take a look at what Irving's done. He has 9 points. A couple of nice steals, too. He's given them just what they would hope for today.
I think maybe even more.
And so he hits both.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Knight kicks to Nowitzki. Fader on the way. And good. He nails it. Nowitzki's got 13 points in the second half.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
It's Wall with the drive. That's good.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You can say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
There's 1:54 left in the fourth. the steal.
Are you kidding me?
With the rebound. Knight's got his third rebound tonight. Knocked away. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it over. Here's Los Angeles.
They got right to the rim, but got hammered once he got there by the defense.
He does a nice job taking it strong and forcing his way to the line. Well done.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 2. And so John Wall nails both of them.
In a crucial spot, he is always so solid at the line. You rarely waste those opportunities.
Knight with it. Nowitzki for 3. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Knight's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Lakers trail by 4. And Wall. Here we go now. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials on the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
It's been really fun to watch Wall in this one. He has 20 points. He's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Well, he's been playing a very energetic brand of defense, Clark. You gotta love it.
And so John Wall nails both of them.
They really had to have those free throws. It's down to a 1-possession lead.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Knight on the wing. Outside Butler. Feeds to Kufis. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it to Knight. From downtown. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Irving drives in. He nails it. And we're tied up.
Kyrie Irving is simply caught by.
There's 42 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Knight against Wall. Trying to get open as Nowitzki. Wall with some nice D.
Tough D on the inside.
Go get it, George.
Like a construction barrel like that. That's what he
son
brings
of a
defensively.
bitch.
Timeout called the Lakers. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Blair is screen on Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Blair the screen. And here's George for 3. Off target from downtown. San Antonio calls timeout. Seconds left in the 4th quarter. It's Ginobili with the drive. There's the feed tonight. No good from 3-point territory. Time expires and we're going to overtime. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. And the Spurs start out with the ball. So the overtime period is now taken away. Should be fun. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the floor for San Antonio, Nowitzki is out there with Caron Butler. Then there's Brandon Knight. Then there's Kufis. And it's Ginobili in at the 2-guard. Wall dishes to George. Knight against Wall. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Wall's got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But, you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
Butler on the way. Defended by George. And the basket by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 22 points.
And this game is really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, there's always room for more offense, Steve. You know that.
And George kicks to Blair. And the first one drops.
2 shots.
Second free throw, no good. San Antonio leading. Fouls us off. 4 quarters now off. We're just over a minute into overtime. That's good. 20 points for him.
Really nice work inside there. We'll always give you a battle on the interior, guys.
Irving drives in. Stolen by Ginobili. Jumps up. Strips down the breakaway slam.
Terrible transition defense there.
I think it would have been pointless, Steve. There was no way anybody was beating him to the basket there.
And it's Wall in the corner. And that one falls for John Wall. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
They're still right in this thing, but missing the free throw keeps them in a 2-possession deficit.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
For the Lakers, they've really struggled against Ginobili.
He's got 24 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or two.
He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a 2-possession game.
Blair is screen on Knight. It's Wall with the drop. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Wall's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him. And on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he preferred to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Shoots off the step back. Knight's got 22 points.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
To me, that's the key to any game. Who can win the battle in the paint? And right now, they've got it going.
Back to Wall. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. He has 29. Spurs leading by 3. Ginobili outside. Nowitzki a screen. Knight passes to Butler. Shot clock at 6. 13 feet away. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Spurs lead by 5. Lakers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop so far in overtime. Wall dishes to Cousins. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Well, as a coach, that kind of turnover just drives you nuts.
And that's because it should never happen, Steve. I mean, it just should.
Knight kicks the Butler. Here's Koufos. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Nobody near Irving. A shot's good on the assist by George. 16 points for Kyrie Irving. The Spurs have gone 6 of 8 from the field in OT. They'd love to keep that percentage right where it is. Here's Knight. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Knight's got 26 points.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder.
Oh, my God. What a foul, bro.
Nowitzki outside. Stolen by George. For the finish.
That is the shot of the game.
Well, he's got the guts and courage to take it and the skill to make it.
Knight against Wall. Here's the screen. Knight passes to Koufos. Does it all. And the foul. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Well, they ran a nice play there, Kevin, to set up the easy dunk.
Yeah, he got help from his teammate and ran his man right straight into the hook.
Yep, that's the offensive player's job. Run him into the screen.
And it was a great pick, too, Clark. I mean, he may have lowered his shoulder a little bit, but he got him pretty clean.
Knight. He kicks it to Nowitzki. With the shot. Good.
Durk Nowitzki homing in on offense.
And Los Angeles guys shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Here's Wall. Irving with it. Picked up by Ginobili. Outside, George. Buries it. And that shot brings them to within just one. A big bucket there to quiet this crowd, Clark.
You know, that's exactly what you got to do. Take them out of the occasion. Make those fans be quiet.
Yep, and that's exactly what he did. Smart foul there. He got to try to extend the lead.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Perfect time to be perfect at the line. Now only a 3 can tie.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're losing by 3. 16 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Guys, what do you think?
Well, down 3, you don't necessarily have to go for the 3. You could go for the quick bucket and then the foul.
I'm not sure. I mean, in this situation, I think they should look for the 3, Steve. I mean, try to tie this thing up. You got 3-point shooters. Let it fly.
And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And you got to think those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
And Wall kicks to Irving. Connect. Antonio calls timeout. They're ahead by 3. 6 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. And an intentional foul there stops the clock. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game. And here's George for 3. That is good. And that's an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game. And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. An impressive victory in overtime after an exciting end in regulation.
You know what? In a long game, fatigue can sometimes affect every aspect of play.